Hey guys, so I just thought of a story, and I don't remember if I mentioned it because it just happened not too long ago. So I was waiting outside for the bus to show up for work, and it was a different driver because apparently David, who usually gets me in the morning, was sick. So a black chick, I don't remember her name. She's not new, but she's new around here. Um, But by the time she got, yeah, I'm supposed to be picked up like between 6:50 and 7 o'clock. She got here like 7:15, and then we went to go pick up Jackie, because he lives like right over behind ERI, the factory down here. Um, and so then we had to go pick up both people who were in the wheelchairs, because all three of them go over to dialysis. And we went over to get Tanya first. Um, and it not really a problem. We got her, she got her on fairly simply. But then we went over, and I think her name's Kim, to the other place. And I kid you not, it took like 20 fucking minutes for her to get this woman. And she's in a motorized wheelchair, so she's doing most of it herself. But it took her 20 minutes to get this woman strapped in. Like, it was to the point where I fell asleep. And because of this woman, I was 15 minutes late to work. Normally I get to work 7:40, 7:45. No, I got to work when I clocked in, it was 8:15 because this woman took 20 fucking minutes to get the woman in, locked and secure in place. And then so it was already pretty much um close to 8 o'clock by the time that happened, and then we had to drive over still to dialysis, and that took another 10 minutes or so. So basically, by the time we had actually gotten up to dialysis, it was about 8 o'clock, and it took her about 15 minutes because it's like she parked almost at the end, almost like where you pull in for whatever reason, instead of pulling up to like by the door like everyone else does. But so she did that, and it took her like 15. And then there's people outside. She was fucking chatting with them. I'm like, she came in, and I'm like, well, I'm late for work. So I let her know I was late for work because at this point, I'm supposed to clock in at 8 o'clock. Like, so I usually get there at 7:40, 7:50. But I was like, well, I'm late for work. And it's not really oh, sorry, I didn't mean it. It's just kind of like she made a joke out of it. I'm like, yeah, funny me being late for work when it took you 20 fucking minutes to get someone strapped down. Like like I said, I fell asleep. I'm up against the window. I'm like look, thinking that we were there, maybe we had moved. And I look at the time and it's getting closer to 8. I'm like, all right, we're still sitting here. We're we're still sitting here. And then I just kind of head back on the window and I just quickly go back to sleep. And like, I don't want to continue sleeping since I'm afraid I'll just kind of like sleep through being dropped off. Like, she'll try to wake me up and then, you know, get to the point where she just says, okay, I give up. But yeah, for about 20 minutes, I slept because this woman took fucking 20 minutes to get someone strapped in, which isn't that hard to do. It really isn't. Yeah, it's like these belts, and you just kind of back and forth until it tightens up. It's like a little hook thing at the end, and it straps in, and then you just kind of until it, in place, and that's all it is. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. But it took the woman 20 minutes, and then when I get there, when I actually got to work, there really wasn't anything to do. Um, But I'm like, well, thankfully, there wasn't really anything to do because they got to work late because this woman wanted to take that much time. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, of all fucking days, you know, I think this was before Labor Day, so it was a little bit ago, but like what, a week and a half ago or whatever. Like I said, I don't remember if I told the story yet, but I know you guys like when I talk about work and all that. But yeah, I'm sitting out there, and not only is she late showing up, she's late getting me to work, and like I said, luckily I got down there. There wasn't really anything to do. Um, but what's his name? George? I think they call him like Georgie. Hello, Georgie. Would you like a balloon? Um, no, I think his name is George, but he's the one who brings down the lab. Um, he sounds the way he talks is like oh god, what's his name? Fleet. What is it? Fleece Johnson, the booty warrior. Now we could do this the easy way. We could do it the hard way. The choice is yours. He kind of talks like that. It's just it's funny how he talks. But he brought down some lab, and luckily enough, it wasn't a lot. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, the only thing that would have made it any better was if I was sitting outside and just started to fucking pour down rain on me or something. You know, that would have been the only way to add insult to injury. But no, no. But I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I just wake up. I'm like, are we still sitting here? This is not me dreaming. This is real life. We're still fucking sitting here. You know, we get there 7:30, and then I wake up 7:30. You know, it's 7:35, 7:40, 7:45, 7:50, 7:55. I'm like, are we still sitting here? Jesus. You know, it's like fuck. But the whole the whole system, you know, it's like these are the same people who have changed my pickup time and my schedule numerous times, and rather than telling me, they just kind of do what they want. So at first I was picked up at about 7:20. That's fine. Then they decided, oh well, we're adding another person, so 7 o'clock. And rather than calling me the night before and saying, hey John, just so you know, we changed your pickup time to 7 o'clock, so be sure you're out there, you know, make sure you're out there, they just show up. So here I am expecting, because if I get picked up at 7:20, I'm gonna be outside 7:15. If they show up at 7 o'clock, you know, because I'm in the back of the house, I can't, you know, even if they honk, they're up front, I can't hear them. And then when I call, it's like, well, we changed your time, and it's like, no one told me. And then it's like, well, it's still a no-show, so you're still gonna have to pay for the no-show. And I'm like, so you guys changed my time. You don't tell me about it. I'm not outside at the time because, again, no one told me my time had changed, and you still expect me to pay for it because I was a no-show. Because, again, I didn't know that my time had changed. So, like, tomorrow, I had to go out. You know, I have to do some stuff, but I have to go somewhere, and you know, I was gonna be like, oh well, let me just get Scoosa to get me over there in the morning. But then it's like, I'll have to sit there till 3 o'clock. So once I'm done, I'm gonna have to sit there till 3 o'clock because they're not going to be able to come get me until fucking 3. So I'm like, you know what? I'll do what I need to on Monday. I'll just do what I need to, and then I'll just go straight to work from there. You know, should because what I need to do shouldn't take very long. But it's like, it's just it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. You know, like, oh well, can't get you can't get you home unless fucking someone else is riding with us. Why? Why? You have Jackie and Robert. They both go home by themselves. I've told them several times I get off at 1 o'clock, and yet I still have to wait till 3. So, I mean, I can get home a little earlier. Normally, I get home past 4 o'clock, but now I can get home maybe like 3:30. Oh boy. So, it's if I could just drive myself, but even fucking I I can't afford a car. Even fucking crappy, shitty fucking used cars are expensive as fuck now. You know, and you know, especially when even if we had a taxi service, I wouldn't be doing that because when the taxi service, I was working 5 days a week, and each to and from each trip cost me about $15. So that was $30 a day. So 30 times 5, and I was spending more than I was spending way more than I was making. So I just, even with a taxi, it didn't help. We don't have a taxi service anymore, though. The only taxi service we had, well, we had one, and they got shut down for shady dealings. And then we had the other taxi service, and then that shut down because the owner of it decided that he wanted to go speeding along, racing someone to the light or something, and the woman in the back was through the front windshield. So he was arrested. And I had been in the car with him several times, and it was perfectly fine. But for some reason, at this point in time, he thought it was a good idea to race someone to the light, and the woman in the back was right through. So we don't have a taxi service anymore. I've tried Lyft. I've tried, you know, Uber. We don't have that around here. We're a small town. You know, maybe if this was Concord or Charlotte or, you know, Locust or something, a bigger city or a bigger town, we don't have it around here. Um, in fact, I put in a request, and it looked like it was going to be fine. You know, for I was it Uber, I think. No, it was Lyft. It was one of those, and it, you know, went through and everything. But then the day came, and no one showed up. I'm like, imagine that. Imagine my shock. Here was my shock. That was my shocked face. So it's a small town, and no one does that. Like Grubhub and stuff like that. I don't even think we have that around here. So, but yeah, I've said this before. My life can never just be simple, can it? Never simple. But, anyways, yeah. So, 20 fucking minutes. I was able to sleep on the bus because it took her 20 minutes to get someone strapped down. 4 straps. That's all it is. It's just 4 straps. 20 minutes. Anyways, that's it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.